This is for people with no time. No time for overpriced watches. No time for overpriced watches on impossibly attractive models wearing sunglasses indoors. No time for airbrush actresses superimposed in front of the Eiffel Tower.
This is a 30-second advert for Seconda watches. This is a big watch company. This advert is literally a single shot and a voiceover. So companies will spend millions of dollars on a 2-week shoot in crazy locations with weird celebrity cameos where a man books some flight to a remote location and brings with himself a robotic arm, and then coordinates with his barber at home to remotely shave his beard from the barber shop. But it's all okay because Kevin Bacon is in the barber shop to remotely reassure the man that everything is going to be okay. This advert is just a dream that Kevin Bacon had, and he was just like, yeah, fuck it. We got the money, let's go. Anyway, this advert grabs your attention quicker and holds it for far longer than Kevin Bacon ever could. And it does it, importantly, in one shot and a voiceover. That's good. That's cheap and it's better. My name's Sam and I really want to be a better filmmaker. So I steal tips and tricks from movies and TV and make something completely original. And then share with you guys all the reasons you didn't know made you keep watching. This is Film Thief. Let's steal. What's the first thing that you notice in this frame? Surprise, it's a product. It's a watch, obviously, okay? And here's why. Okay, so the watch sits in the central left third within the focused foreground, and unlike the other items in the foreground, the watch is an edge light, which lends it this nice white outline. Here's something I'm sure you didn't notice. I'm gonna give you like a second now. What is it? Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's the color. The color of the watch matches the color of the background. And what that does is make the watch fit in this sort of wholesome and tidy bedroom environment, which is weird because it's a fancy looking watch in a bedroom. Also, there's a woman sleeping, not making any effort to look beautiful or seductive. So with just the production design, this advert has already said, this watch isn't like other watches, it's relatable. Zoom. I'm gonna steal everything they used to highlight the watch. The lighting, composition. Okay, so now the voiceover comes in, and just try and notice what actually does the voiceover say about Seconda.
This is for people with no time. No time for overpriced watches. No time for overpriced watches on impossibly attractive models wearing sunglasses indoors. No time for airbrush actresses superimposed in front of the Eiffel Tower.
The advert actually doesn't say anything explicit about Seconda's values, but rather just makes a mockery of the existing watch market, painting a picture of it as pretentious and overpriced and excessive, meanwhile conjuring this cloud of association of opposite values that we kind of feel but don't really have words to yet. The advert then solidifies all those concepts very efficiently in the tagline, "No time for nonsense." Imply values by painting what they are not. My advert, the plan is to spend the entirety trying to create this devil of a market in which my product exists in, and then at the end be like, yeah, but my product isn't gonna conform. That is lesson number 2, going in the bag, the lesson bag, and you can see it, because the film's gonna be great at the end of it, I tell you. Okay, let's take a step back as to why this advert caught my attention in the first place, and it's the one shot and the voiceover. It's so simple, but so good. When you have this single slow motion zoom in a room where nothing is happening, it does these two things. Firstly, it builds tension because nothing's happening, so you're like, what's gonna happen next? Because nothing's happening now. And then it also moves our attention from the screen, because nothing's happening, to what the voiceover is saying. The voiceover states the problem, and the visuals just give us a solution. That solution being, of course, Seconda. Okay, it's just that one shot and a voiceover. It's simple, it's effective. We're ready to make a sick film. So if you're curious how to execute these lessons, just keep watching. Beep. So I was trying to write adverts, and I wrote an advert for eBay, and it was okay. And I wrote an advert for a coffee maker with a talking coffee machine, and that was okay, but I had shit props. I didn't have any props to shoot either of the things I wanted to shoot. But then I looked in the fridge and I saw some milk, and I was like, yeah, Cravendale, that's all right. So now I've got a pretty decent Cravendale advert. Next step, location. Beep, beep. I've just got off the phone with a farmer friend who has a field with cows in, and in his fridge he happens to have a pint of Cravendale. And it's magic hour as well. All the pieces have just been aligned, and we've not got long to film. So let's go. Beep. Okay, So I've just finished the edit and it's pretty good, but it's not great. I got a guy off Fiverr to do the voice and he does a really good, alright job. This advert cost me £15 in total because all I had to do was pay for the man to do the voiceover. So for £15, it is fantastic. Anyway, without further ado, here is the advert.
Milk can be mysterious. You don't know which cow it came from. Was she called Bessie or Nellie? You don't know if she likes her grass bushy or trimmed. You don't know if she was black and white or white and black. You don't know if her farmer got a fair price. And you don't know if the cows were treated ethically. But we know. Just know it's Cravendale.
Right. So I'm pretty happy with that, but obviously there's still problems. Following that first lesson, I was really happy with the lighting. So I had a main light to highlight the product, had an edge light to give the product some shape, and then I even motivated that edge light with a candle so it looked authentic. In terms of creating the market to then offset your own values against, the script is just a little bit cheesy really. The one shot in the voiceover, my one shot was a bit confused. I was trying to get the camera to follow a more mysterious path to suit with the atmosphere that I wanted to create. However, in some parts it felt a little bit lost. Anyway. Yet again, I think we got away with it this time. Advertising, a little bit more secure, but we had a plan. And together we just, you know what I mean? So out of 10, I got to give my execution on this one. I think a solid John Riddle out of 10. There's not a higher score you can get in this sort of game than that really, so it's a wild success. So yeah, just keep this between me and you, and then any friends and family that you think would also enjoy the video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.